Maybe I should just freaking be myself.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? We're back at it again with the white vans. Today, we're talking about anything and everything, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, remember?
Just taking it easy.
Damn, Daniel. Back at it again with the white vans. What?
I never watched that YouTube video.
Dude, you gotta be kidding me, man. You gotta get on the freaking memes, dude.
The memes?
The memes.
What? Oh, gee whiz. Nah,
bro, what are you
super
doing,
out of touch
dude?
with society. I guess it's been.
Oh man, I thought we'd introduce something new today, and you know what I think? I think we need a little segment for Matt to just go ham, and this will be where Matt goes ham. That's what we'll call it. No, Matt's Rants is what I was thinking.
I like it. Just kind of blaze a trail of thought.
These thoughts out here be thoughtin', you know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh. Is that what people say? No,
Dude,
I know people don't say that. I know
half the things that come out of my mouth are like, I made it up. Besides the things that I actually researched and have facts about, it's like, dude, I just spitball. You know
I make
what I'm saying?
up most of my facts and dates anyway. So
you want to talk about steak sauce? I got you. You know what I'm saying? Steak sauce. That's my thing.
Steak sauce.
Everyone says, all right, bet. I'm like, steak sauce. Instead of
just
saying,
a saucy guy. You like food, don't you? Steak sauce, Toasty podcast. You're just like,
oh, wow.
Perpetually hungry.
Dude, constantly thinking, what's better, you know? Peanut butter on toast or steak sauce? You know what I'm saying? You're killing
Peanut
me,
butter
dude.
on toast?
You're killing.
Dude,
yeah.
I've never had that.
What?
We're learning a lot of stuff
Are you
about
kidding me?
everything today. I've
You
never had, no. I'm just, jelly is my thing.
You really have not experienced
jelly.
life.
I mean, I've had peanut butter on bread.
Oh,
Toasted bread.
Bread, it gets all weird when you put peanut butter on it.
It doesn't get all weird.
Yeah,
What bread
it's
do you
hard to
use?
spread. You can't spread it. Unless you're using bad bread. If you toast it, it's perfect. Easy to spread. And then the peanut butter kind of melts a little bit.
Ooh.
It's super good, dude.
Huh.
It's scrumptious.
Scrumptious. Well, I know what I'm having for dinner.
Peanut butter on bread? On toast?
Why not?
For dinner?
Is that weird?
Honestly, I've eaten weirder things for dinner, right? Like, growing up, we used to eat cereal for dinner, you know?
I mean...
What did you guys eat for dinner?
Yeah, right. Put it in the comments. No,
Yeah,
just
put it in
kidding.
the
I
comments.
don't care what you have for dinner.
I actually do. I want to know. It's a good little...
Email Skye about your dinner
little,
plans.
What the heck? Just comment on the freaking video, man. It's a good little poll for the people.
I want you to comment about
Don't
how...
give them real stuff. Just kidding. Go ahead. Comment about how what?
How the media has been
Here we go.
going
Matt's
after...
Rants.
They've been going after Kamala Harris and saying, well, 3 months ago at least, it was like, she's copying Bernie's healthcare plan. She dropped out of the race in, what, December before Christmas?
Wait, she was in the race?
Yeah, exactly.
My bad.
Exactly. And she basically called Joe Biden racist. She was like, you oppose busing, and I was that little girl. And everyone was like, oh, Kamala, she's so mean and brutal. Like, poor Joe. He's like just this old senile guy. Like, leave him alone, you know?
Poor Joe.
Nah.
Poor little
They
Joe.
both deserve every little bit that they get, and they're going to lose, and it's going to be really funny. But anyway, it's funny how the media was like, you know, she's copying Bernie's plan. She's doing away with... she wants to defund police. She wants to do all this. And then New York Times comes out with an article yesterday because former Vice President Biden picked her as a running mate and basically called her like a moderate. And it's ridiculous. Like, she's been, I think it was YouGov did a survey where she's found to be the most liberal senator.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
According to her voting record. Because Bernie Sanders is from Vermont, so he's got a D rating from the NRA, or had one for a while. I'm sure it's F by now because he's got to, fit in a little bit more with Democrats. But he was independent, and he actually had a D rating from the NRA. Kamala Harris is just straight F, like from the NRA, and other, conservative leaning outlets have just straight she's super left leaning, and a lot of pretty moderate media commentators have been saying that this is the most left leaning ticket that the Democrats have ever had, which is arguable, but I think it's definitely in modern history very, very liberal. I mean, they're for Kamala Harris is for giving healthcare, free education to illegal immigrants. Is like on the record of saying it during the campaign. So not just like 5 years ago. It was like, a year ago. She literally said, "I am for that unequivocally." So I think it's really funny.
What the heck, dude?
How now she's like she's moderate. And it's like, no, y'all are just trying to reframe her and reinvent her. After what, 6 months? Like, yeah, Americans have a pretty short-term memory, but not that short. Like,
bro, I'll tell you this.
Ugh.
Hey, well, you'd be surprised. Seriously, dude, right now, holy crap. You know why, though? Straight up psychology right now, right here. Boom.
Uh-huh.
When you have fear and anxiety, it pushes the, like, quote-unquote thinking part of your brain aside. And it's literally a fight or flight thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens in fight or flight, right?
Yeah.
You push aside the logical stuff.
Yeah.
And you just focus on instinct stuff so you can get the heck out kind of thing. It's not the idea.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, America is instilled with fear, A, and anxiety, B.
Yep.
And you have the Marxist agenda of others on top of that. I said others. I'm not going to name names.
Black Lives Matter. I'll name names.
Anyway, and you have all this coming together, and it's going in a spiraling downward direction.
Yeah.
For the American people.
You know what's...
And that does affect their memory. That's what I was going to say.
Absolutely. 100%. And you know what's scary is, like, I've been doing a lot of... I do a lot of history research all the time just for fun. It's just that's how it's like my hobby.
Because he's a nerd.
I'm a nerd. I like to read. I like history. I was reading about Nazi Germany, and what fascinates me about Nazi Germany is not World War II. It's the
Stuff
decade
going up to
before.
it.
Hitler was the leader of Nazi Germany since 1933, I believe.
Have you done any research on Stalin versus Hitler, right?
Oh yeah.
And what they said, like specific things they said that were the same.
And the things that
and, like, the way
that Hitler is doing in the Nazi movement as a party are doing versus what the American left is doing today is extremely similar. And the fact that they're calling the people on the right Nazis is really ironic because, taking away guns, something Nazis did.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the socialist policies, Nazi socialist, or National Socialist Party was the Nazi party. And the fascism that's going on, the parallels are crazy. The fact that the fact that Black Lives Matter as an organization is pushing businesses to boycott white businesses, or pushing people to boycott white businesses, and at the same time they're taking money from Microsoft and Amazon, both, Bill Gates, majority shareholder of Microsoft, and then Jeff Bezos, CEO and owner of Amazon. And obviously those are both white guys, so it's like they're obviously hypocrites. They'll take money from whoever, BLM. And the second point is they want to boycott white-owned businesses, and they also want to promote black-owned businesses, which I have no problem with promoting black-owned businesses. That seems like a nice thing to do, sure. But Target, on their online website, is labeling what businesses and what brands are quote-unquote black-owned. That could just mean like a black CEO, or it could mean what majority shareholders are black.
Like if I walk up and that shirt is crap, I'm not buying it.
But Ben Shapiro really put a good parallel on it and was like he kind of connected the dots a little bit for me and was like, yeah, why are we labeling things
black and white?
Yeah,
segregation
with not only that, but it's labeling things based on their ethnicity and their race, and that's exactly like, what do you think the Nazis did tattooing Jews and literally putting Jewish signs in windows saying this is a Jewish-owned business, so feel free to loot it.
Yeah.
This is a white-owned business, so feel free to loot it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying whites are as oppressed as Jews back in the day, but
doing it. Yeah,
but the
sure.
parallels are certainly there, and it's striking in terrifying.
And they're only it's interesting because I feel like they are equipping these people to do their bidding, and that's what's happening with the protests and turning into riots and the rioters out there, the damage being done. Do you think they are a part of it? The people that run Black Lives Matter? No, they're not. They will do their training videos for you, and they will tell you to be the person you're being, and to go out and be serious about your protesting. And they'll say that violence is okay almost in today's world of protesting.
They're completely saying it, yeah.
And then you do it for them, and you might go to jail. Actually, technically by law, you're supposed to go to jail by what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do go to jail, you come back out, and they just say do it all over again. But they're putting this thing in their heads where it's the crowd theory, or whatever you want to call it, where in a crowd, if someone else is doing it, you feel better about doing it.
Absolutely.
So all that does is spread, right? And then everyone feels okay, and they feel like it's not against the rules anymore. That goes back to our podcast that just came out about McCloskey's case and how legal precedent can be bad, because if one person starts letting these people out of jail for it, it just keeps going and going.
Yep.
All this stuff spirals, and it's very quick, I think.
It's happening very quick.
And
it's really happening quickly.
And it's all because we seem like we're all sleeping almost, because we're in a quote-unquote pandemic.
Well, there's so much going on, too. Yeah, exactly. We're so distracted.
That's exact anxiety, fear, and now all of a sudden we're like, what the heck's happening?
Mm-hmm.
I think that the American people as a whole, regardless of where you're at in your life and where you're at politically and where you're at religiously, anything, you need to have a moment. I know you're in your house already, but that's not enough. To be able to step back and take a breath and think about what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something I'm going to mention in my hold on. Something I was going to mention in my op-ed is the fact that the government is limiting our First Amendment rights pretty severely, in my opinion, with the right to assemble on the streets, but the denial of a right to assemble in church or
it's a big deal right now.
For another peaceful assembly, like a wedding, for instance. That's what my op-ed's going to be about. So I think it's really scary how much the government is quietly limiting our rights in the name of security. And it's mostly state governments at this point.
Right.
I don't think the president would do something to blatantly violate the Constitution like that, even though his latest executive order definitely
violated the Constitution.
Yeah, for sure. We just need to slow everything down. I feel like it's like you said, you need to stop and think. And that executive order, which was political genius, but it was at the same time it was constitutional malfeasance. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Because what it did, let me tell you why it's so genius real quick. What he did was he basically said, I'm going to give you this payroll protection for businesses, right? And it's a loan for now, but I'm going to make it permanent, okay? I'm going to make it just a grant, or basically a gift, or whatever they want to call it. But I won't have time to get that into law until you reelect me. So go ahead and reelect me. I'll make that all that money I've lent you a gift instead of a loan. You don't have to pay it back. Just reelect me. So pretty savvy political move, but pretty grossly unconstitutional. So Democrats aren't going to get him for it because they want to do it next year, and they've probably done it before too. So
right.
I just mean the executive order in general was like he just spent $1 trillion of unallocated funds. Like,
yeah.
Whoa, what? It's like
I know it's
that's
interesting.
an unfathomable amount of money, $1,000 billion.
The other question would be economies and stuff, but right now all I'm seeing, of course, is what I should have expected to see is constant bashing of one or the other. Mainly Trump, honestly. But
Not
it doesn't
even
matter.
they're bashing the person
bashing
at the
random-
top instead
yeah,
of talking
right.
about ideas.
Well, and then they'll say like, "Well, Trump said this wrong or that wrong," and it's like, I don't give a crap what he said. I just care about what he did. That's all I care about.
Yeah, exactly.
And
With any president, that's all you should care
that's
about.
all you should care about is policies.
Like
behind
Obama
the
said
guy,
all the
you know?
perfect things, and if you just listened to what he said and didn't pay attention to what he did, he was a perfect president. He was
Perfect
a 10
guy,
out
right?
of
He's
10.
super smooth, right?
He never said anything wrong except for like maybe two gaffes his whole presidency.
Yeah.
And I can think of one off the top of my head.
Every
There
real
may have
good
been
criminal is smooth. You know what I mean? There's even a Michael Jackson song about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's called Smooth Criminal.
If you didn't know.
It's called PYT.
Yeah, right.
Just kidding. That's not it. I was listening to that song today, though. It's a good song.
I wish I could have that on the show as like the outro music, but I can't because I don't have the rights.
Let's just get the rights.
You want to like do a duet real quick? No, I'm just kidding. Oh man. Okay. Well, I think we're good. Matt's rant was good. You told us how you felt. Maybe I should just do it's like Matty B's opinion piece or something. You know?
Matt's rants is fun. I'm
Okay.
just kidding.
Matt's rants
Give
is
me
good.
whatever.
Whatever, man. You guys should give us that info too if you want.
Yeah.
I don't have enough listeners right now to actually get input, but hey, if you do, you want to give us input, that'd be cool.
Let us know in the comments below.
Seriously. Also, dudes and guys and girls and whoever, just please. Oh, excuse me. Wow, that was not. No,
Please.
not what I needed right there. Share the show.
Yes. Like, share,
Share the
subscribe.
show. That's the main thing we need to happen because no one knows about this show if no one tells anybody about it. That's how podcasts get shared. Also, when you do share the show, or if you do listen to the show on iTunes, review it because that helps us get in the search
Absolutely.
results. So give us those 5 stars, or tell us how you really feel, and give us
1 star to
give
say
us the
these guys
3-star.
are a joke. Their table's
Yeah.
garbage.
Whatever, dude.
Don't
Do
say the
whatever you
table's
can,
garbage.
man.
It's trash us, but leave the table out of it, okay, guys?
Yeah,
The table, it's not.
yeah.
It's a
What the
fine-
heck?
it's
Why
a
would you bring the table
fine
into this, man?
Piece of woodworking.
Toasty.